and welcome back to Tracy Trans Gaming. We are going to be continuing with Planetbase. This is episode 2. And... oh, clicked the wrong button there. In episode 2, well, episode 1, we focused on getting the basics of the base set up. Now here in episode 2, we are focusing on getting our resources up and the ability of creating spares, because we're going to need more spares to replace broken components and other things that go wrong. So let's begin this here. Oh, that is one thing I would like to build up here, is a security office, like I was talking about last time. Even if the security office temporarily has no use, it would be nice to be able to set out an alert so that everybody can come inside when a storm is happening. So most of this is just going to be sitting around and a lot of waiting, unfortunately, because we need them to upgrade materials. Well, not really upgrade materials, but actually make materials. I think there is one thing that we could accomplish right now to help get this going a little bit faster, and that is creating a landing pad. This I can be able to start bringing in new colonists and trading ships, but we don't need trading ships right now. To be totally honest with you, this is going to get disabled because I need them to focus on processing the materials that they do have, because they got a bunch of ore sitting in here, and they have a bunch of rudimentary plastic stuff. What is this? Starch. It gets turned into bioplastic. Okay, so now they are actually functioning. Now the machines are actually functioning as intended. This will tell you what's in the machine, and this will tell you what's coming out. So pretty much it requires ore and a worker to create metal. Same thing with this. Pretty much that gives you the rundown on everything that you will need in order to progress your base, progress your construction further. See? Metals. And here we have the landing pad. I'm going to adjust this right now. Turn off trader, and I want biologists and engineers, because I need people to assist on keeping the crops up and going. Crops are important, because I only am producing half the number that I want to be producing. That'll let you know about landing permissions. I'm producing way too much starch. I'm not getting enough process. So what we need to do is we need to build more processors, and when I start getting more people here, they can start working on this. let's check our resources and see what we now have. No metal yet. We've been using that up. Plastic we do have. And what do we get for new people? It looks like we got another biologist. Well, it looks like we probably got a biologist and a worker. Now, since we got a new biologist, that's tomatoes, mushrooms, wheat, rice, and maize. So I want to put in potatoes, peas, onions, lettuce, and radish. And I'm going to put a tree in here for good night. Oh. Well, that was a little shocking. Okay, ran out of water. Sort of figured that this may end up happening. So now we need to focus on... All right. There we go. Well, it seemed like it restored itself, but still. Now. Add a couple more machines for meat. Good. Now I got 3 different types of meat making and 1 of every single different type of vegetable making. Vegetable/plant thing. Oh, I'll put a TV there. Well, let's put a potted plant there. Let's make their happiness go even better. Decorated plant has been built. Now, we got ourselves a little bit more stable with people. As you can see, we've got plenty of people working here. We've got this going up nicely. We can be able to reactivate the mine. And I think for now, I'm going to disable this landing pad. Because we can be able to start focusing on constructing the new buildings that I wanted to do. First things first, before we even try doing a new building, I need to upgrade the power. Without power, because right now we're beginning to run low on the amount of power that the base has, so yeah, when I start adding those other buildings, they're going to start going up in ticks. And when nighttime comes, there is no power production because the solar panels are not collected. So I need to I need to get something that works at night. And the only thing that really works well at night is turbines, because of this. Ooh, another part's being used. How many parts? Oh, decent. We have 7 parts still left. Oh, people's got stuff over their head. Tired, hungry, broken down. Yeah, stuff needs to get fixed. Now let's check. We only got 1 metal. I want to wait a little bit longer for us to up that metal. Actually, let's just shut this down for right now, because we got 12 ore to work with. And all that ore needs to be processed, so. 3 available metal. So, what we need to start constructing is factory. Excuse me. Okay, there we go. Now we're gonna start getting some real processing going on here. Well, while I'm waiting for things to get constructed, I was wondering, does anybody out there know of any good compression codecs? Because I keep on running into the problem of I create a video like this one. Ooh. Well, we lost the worker. Well, back on topic. Oh, that's one of the curveballs that I'm talking about. But I keep on running into the issue of not having enough. Or, no, that's a bad way to start that. I do not have... The files are too large, so I'm trying to get them to become compressed, but I can't really find a software that can be able to compress quickly. I do not know if something like that even exists, but I end up uploading invalid location. I end up uploading the videos to YouTube and letting YouTube compress them themselves, which I know probably cuts down on the quality quite greatly. But the thing is I tried putting my videos through a compression, and the compressor says that it literally takes like 3 hours. I have no choice. The compressor says it literally takes about 3 hours for it to compress the video. So if there's anybody out there that knows of a quick compression system that's useful and can actually help me with the quality of my videos, please let me know. Now I'm building a large canteen for a reason. If you notice, we have a lot of food stocks beginning to build up over here. And I learned a little tactic that when you are creating food, it's not necessarily, I think I described it a little bit in the last video, not sure if I did, but if you do not have, if there isn't enough space here or in your warehouse, the food doesn't want to seem to continue to create. It just doesn't have any room to go anywhere. So, if I build a canteen and I put in a bunch of meal makers, it seems to equal that out, and it helps me with my food production. Because then it's making meals instead of food, and the people can be able to last longer on meals instead of it processing for food. Okay, so this is something I did. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then I would put in water fountain. Oops. Water fountain. Television. Table and table. Oh, and a couple of plants to make people happy. I'm a little OCD. I like my stuff kind of organized. Speaking of which, how is our metals doing? Not a lot left over. I'm probably going to have to activate the mine again. But I'm going to wait until I'm done having them build this, because I've noticed that when you overtax them, they will refuse to do their jobs. They'll start getting really, really upset with you. Like these guys right here. They got little frowny faces above their heads. That means they are not happy with you. And it's usually from overwork and underemployed, I guess you can say. Not enough people to take up the slack, or not enough robots. Oh, speaking of people... right about there. Okay, so now I'm producing more. That'll be handy. Expansion usually is pretty slow to start with. Alright, there we go. Did that strike? Yes, it did. How rude. Alright. Now we're getting a lot closer to the goal here. Trying to get this food processed as quickly as possible. Oh, speaking of, places like this have a very bad habit of eating up a lot of water and a lot of resources. Power isn't too horrible. Water isn't too bad. Oxygen isn't too horrible. I am gonna have to put in more oxygen though. Alright, now we are almost done constructing this. As soon as this gets constructed, we're going to activate the mine again. And then we can start collecting more items to create metal with. Speaking of which, how is that working? I got an extra spare. Woohoo! One of the things I do like, and I did notice this, is that one metal, one bioplastic, creates 2 spares. That's nifty. So as long as you know how to keep these things low, your power, then you could be able to maintain and ration those spares. Speaking of rationing and making spares, yep, they're on their way of making more. Okay, so you, up, you, on. These are full of meals. What are we looking at here? Salad, 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 salad. Basic? I don't want no basics in there. Basic, 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 basic. That's not good. Basic meals are not good because if your character, or if your people eat a certain number of basic meals, they will have negative effect. They'll get the malnutrition and then they gotta be cured in the hospital with medical supplies. Speaking of which, hey dog, you got work to do. It might be too early for me to activate that, but... Let's see, how are we doing on making this plastic anyways? How much do we have in stock? That's the question. 2. None free. Well, now 1 free. Okay. So I'm going over there and... Oh. Speaking of which, another very important thing that you need to take in consideration is your manufacturing rates. One gun from right now. 3 bots. Eventually I'm going to start making bots. Semiconductors. 5 of those. Spares. I like to try to maintain around 10. Actually, let's go 5 this time. Infinite? No. I want to do 10 for starters. No, 20. They have a habit of going through medical supplies not extremely fast, but fast enough. Okay. I think we might be able to possibly upgrade the medical bay next. No, I don't think that's really a necessity. What else do I need to do here? Processing plant, factory, a bar. Personally, I don't drink, but a bar is handy. It's the quickest way to bring up their, morale. So yes. But first things first, control center. I want to be able to actually do a shutdown when stuff starts going bad. Next time we get a storm. But now we have processing in. We've got a large farm in. We are mass producing food at a pretty decent rate. Actually, let's check our food production, shall we? See? Yay! However, I want to filter that out even more, so I might actually even build another cafeteria. Because all of this has to go somewhere, and it's sitting in storage isn't helping anybody. One more piece of metal, and we'd be able to get the security center. Are you Constructobot too? No. Well, it's ready to be constructed. I just gotta wait for somebody to come along and actually do it. Alright, that is constructed. Hey! Finish the connection! Hey you, get back here. Oh! Constructobots on the job. Really? You were that lazy? Okay. Now, a lot of this stuff is not really necessary right now. The security console is usually for front entrances, like what I was mentioning in the last video about creating that bottleneck so that they can be able to defend the rest of the colony. They can shoot down the bad guys before they even get in. And, well, intruders. And then you've got radio console. The radio console is used to contact vessels that bring, I guess you can call them a mini quest to you. This is take care of this many miners or injured soldiers and yada yada yada. This right here is the telescope control. An engineer will monitor a telescope from here. The telescope links to the anti-meteor gun. It's like a meteor ray. Let me get the actual term. anti-meteor laser. So you would have the telescope and the laser, and this will alert you of incoming disasters, and it'll also allow the laser to actually shoot at incoming meteors. However, the biggest problem is you are completely dependent at that point of somebody being inside the control room. So it's a good idea to put 3, maybe 4 telescope monitoring stations inside an area so that you can be able to keep a close eye on incoming meteors. However, the big thing that I like about this, and the thing that makes this extremely handy, is this. They will all scramble inside. That is so... Well, machines, they have a habit of wearing down really, really quick when they're out in storms, and people can get hurt out in storms as well. And if they don't get hurt, their morale also drops a massive amount. So you have to take care of some sort of an issue if people are stuck outside in storms. By using that alarm, it helps negate some of those issues. And it looks like we got a lot of ore. Let's turn off this mine again. Carry that in. Let's check our standing. We're still at excellent. Of course, we only have 12 colonists, but I think next episode will be expansion. I'm going to try bringing this up to 50 colonists, so that we can be able to actually start getting some real things up and going here. Maybe an extra mine, build a bot control bay, or not a bot control, bot constructor, a creator bay. Speaking of which, how much do you cost? 224. How much do I currently have? Well, let's do that right now, actually. Let's get bots. And next episode, we'll actually do something with said bots. Oh, before we do this, though, I need to do... It's about time I do this, actually. I need to get more airflow. Because if we're going to be looking at expansion, the current air can only support 22 people. I need to get this up to at least 50. And all it needs to do is be constructed. Looking at my resources here. Oh, I still got enough to make that robots bag. That's nice to know. So I guess we'll do that next. Robotics facility. And I'm going to put you right here. And it looks like this expansion is going along quite well. Everybody to filter in with their little supplies. And once again, he builds the structure, but not the walkway. And there we have it. Now, do we have enough pieces to even start building some of this? Bot workshop, 2 and 1. And 1 and 2 of those. No, because I haven't activated this yet. However, next time, in the next episode, we will focus on upgrading the bot's repair and construction station, and we'll focus on expansion. Or at least the bot station, because this does take a little bit. But we are looking pretty decent. We do have nominal amount of power. Power's looking good, water's looking good, oxygen's looking good. Food's looking really great. And our status of the colony is good. So, thank you everybody for watching this video and taking the time out of your day to watch this. I hope that you are liking this series. If you have any pointers or tips, please let me know in the comments below. And as I mentioned, I'm trying to figure out a good video compression system, because then I can be able to record cleaner video, and I can be able to record, well, right now the files are like 2 gigs. I want them squishy. I want them to be a lot smaller so I can be able to actually put them on YouTube without having to wait 2 hours to do so. But, once again, thank you for your time, and any questions or comments, put them in the comment section below, and like and subscribe if you liked it. Have a good day.